Hello, guys, and welcome. I'm gonna today I'm gonna be talking about the book "Why Nations Fail." Um, so basically, what this book talks about is a comparison between intrinsic and exclusive societies. So these are the major difference. So inclusive, in other words, means like democratic, uh, developed, and on the other hand, exclusive means developing country, dictate, di- dictatorial governed countries. Basically, the same thing. So, example of intrinsic society is like it's the biggest example the book focus about is Great Britain. The book shows the United Kingdom as a model for developed country, very democratic. Other examples are United States, Japan, some parts of Europe. On the other hand, um, examples of exclusive societies includes poor countries like Afghanistan, Zimbabwe, um, a lot of countries in Latin America, things like and there is something. Let's say it's between these two categories, which is development, true development, but under extrinsic, exclusive societies. Which is an example of that is China. China is an exclusive country that it's like force people. It forces people to work jobs they don't want to. Um, they against innovation and stuff. But anyhow, they managed to build strong economy, um, with a lot of money and things like that. Great economy, but there is a catch, of course, which is this development isn't sustained because it's not based on people's willing to, and it's based on dictatorships, things like that. Um, and sometimes the book talks about how what explanations may lead to countries being inclusive. What made Great Britain develop, and the reason for that is that it had a very efficient revolution called the Great Revolution that happened like 200 years ago, which paved the way to the next step, which is industrial revolution. All of these technologies giving patents to scientists like Thomas Edison, and eventually it became what it became right now. Um, on the other hand, the problem with exclusive societies is that it doesn't encourage innovation, fearing because the rulers fear from losing their seats and their fortune. So that's a point. And one other point the book talks about is that it shows other possible explanations and theories about why inclusive countries develop. And there is there is a geology theory, and there is also the culture theory and the arrogance theory. But the writer of the book argues that this series um, has um, has a lot of holes and weaknesses. For example, when he talks about the geography theories, he says, "Well, if geography is the reason between this split, then how do you explain North and South Korea difference, which are basically the same geography? How can you explain the difference between American Nigola, the border town, American Nogales, the border town, and the Mexican Nogales? They're basically the same geography." This applies also to the second theory that the writer doesn't like, which is a culture theory. Doesn't make sense for him. And the last theory is the arrogance theory, and it says that basically you can teach the governments how to develop. And the book says that this is not enough. You need, for example, maybe like a revolution or something. Okay, thank you so much for watching.